We're live.
We are live. Hello, everybody. And welcome to another session of The Adventures in Orland. I am the Game Master, the Haven Master as well. Here today with all of my lovely players because there's a surprise in store for them later. Anyways, just to give some introductions, we have the ever so popular Mr. Bunbarian the fish. I really do like that word, the Bunbarian. We have
You can thank Tormy for that.
I was
we
very
have
tired at the time.
the ever so popular Mr. Excitement himself, Thorin, for this game, right? Or is that Raiden?
Yes. No, this is Thorin.
Okay. We have our specialist, Tormy.
Always ever popular.
Yes, always. our resident
Junker.
builder person.
He's our junker.
All right, then we've got the ever so lovely Bree. Say hello.
Hi.
And of course, there's Ben with her as well. We have the mighty Serb with us as well.
What's up, everyone?
And of course, the ever lovely Dutchie.
The Duchess.
And we have the other dungeon master in our world at the moment, Mr. Jeb, who sadly cannot talk at the moment, but will be joining us again shortly. And then we have the lovely Miss Moto.
Hello.
Deb says hi.
Jeb says hi.
So, let's get into it. When we last left off, y'all were holed up in what essentially amounts to a treasure room. Serb, I am not aware if anyone got with you to let you know. But there's... Go ahead.
I will shoot him a DM really quick of what he needs. I told him everything but that part.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Did I need to know something about that as well?
Oh, yes, you weren't here during that session.
I legitimately
you might as
haven't
well.
been here since the first session, actually. I've only played Tarek once.
So, you know he's at level 4. You get one green item, and there is a very rare potion that I made in D&D Beyond called the Potion of True Resurrection. You each get one of them as well.
Okay.
So, earlier today, for those of you who did not see the in-game roleplay channel, you have been given a small note that was carried to the room on a magical breeze. Thorin picked it up and read it. And what was sprawled across it was one big bold word: help. And as soon as the note was read, the word faded and a map appeared, showing a route drawn to another room in the castle with a little red X marking where you are to go. A very faint yet sweet scent was on the note that Thorin could pick up and is able to follow, and it seems to go in the same direction as what is drawn on the map.
He smells chocolate. Got it.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Don't eat it. It's bad for you.
Now, I turn everything over to you, my lovely players. Do you have things you want to do, or are you just going to get right to it and make a beeline for this mysterious quest giver?
Well, everyone got your shit together.
Hey,
More or less.
I don't know about you all, but I've been quite tired of sitting in this room.
I think we all know how I feel.
So you're going then?
Oh, I'm going. We're going.
Let's press on.
I'm
All right.
opening that fucking door and... First off, I do have a question before I open that door.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw it in the RP earlier, but I scented the area outside the door before we got the note, to see if there was any odd sense of unknown that I could pick up that weren't there originally. So,
There are not.
okay, sweet.
I think I just found my special surprise by accident.
Yeah. Get out
I
of
rolled
here.
a nat 20 on my investigation check. Then.
Jesus.
All right.
Oh, I never found Tarek's dice.
As you open the door, you see the same hallway. The two suits of armor that you had decided to mess with and dismantle and all of this. You walk down the hallway, and the sconces that were previously lit go out one by one as you cross them.
Both blades out. Not taking any chances.
As you get back to the stairwell, you have a choice. Up or down.
I'm gonna look at the map.
See, indicates that you probably want to go up.
Well, that is the way that I will head.
You follow the stairwell up, I want to say 3 floors. And as you come out on this landing, the hallway is dark. Not dark enough that you can't see anything, but the sconces lining the wall are not lit.
Um,
Is this complete darkness?
Think of
Can
it
I
like
still
walking
see through the
into
darkness?
Yeah, think of it like walking into your room at night and it's literally just being lit by moonlight.
okay.
we want to disturb this. I forgot to wee.
What's your idea, buddy?
Takes out a small jar, unscrews it, takes some weird goop out, screws the jar back down, puts the jar away, scrubs it in his hands, blows into it, takes a rock out, puts it in the goop, brings up a glowing rock.
Okay.
I can do 4 of them.
Hmm.
Hands one off.
I'll take it.
How many do we want?
I mean, I can't see in the dark, so
Does the goop
Again,
thing hands you
it's
another?
not dark enough that you can't see.
still.
No, but this is a little bit better than that for those who want to deal with it. Anyone else?
Well,
No?
he,
Okay.
he hands out the rock. As you start
He eats
pressing
the rest
down
of the
the
goop.
hallway. Just like with the previous floor, only in reverse. Gonce's light behind you as you cross them.
Interesting.
Now,
Am I picking up any scents, or is it just still the sweet smell?
it's still just the sweet smell, but you can tell it's getting stronger. As you walk down this hallway, you come to a door. You gonna open it?
Can we check it first?
Trackery.
Passive investigation 23, so whatever.
You can tell that this door.
If I need to roll it, I will, but
Nah, you're good. You can tell that the door is literally just a door. Nothing special about it. No mechanical anything attached to it. However, you do notice it's hanging slightly to the side and not completely sitting in the frame. As you can see, one of the hinges has started to separate from the wall.
Try the handle. Is it locked?
Nope. As you turn the handle,
Does it open inward or outward?
inward.
Okay.
As you turn the handle, and not with very much force at all, you go to push the door inward. When all of a sudden, it just hits the floor as it pops out of the frame.
I was wrong. It opens downwards.
And
Well-
as you walk into this room, it just looks completely desolate. Broken bottles, boxes, furniture, desks, glass, all over the place. As if it's been in disrepair centuries.
Looking for any signs of life.
You don't see anything.
Look down at the map.
You're on the right track. You're following where it says to go.
But we're not quite at the red X yet.
No.
Is there anything on the other side of the room? Another door, passageway?
Out the window.
Let me ask this. Who all is looking around this room?
I'd imagine everyone.
I'd say yeah.
We're all
Okay.
together.
I would definitely be.
I need investigation rolls.
My passive doesn't work.
Damn.
Where
No.
in the room are you currently, sir?
He would be right up next
Where
to
would you-
Thorin at the front because he just checked the door.
Yeah.
Okay. And then are you looking in any particular area, direction?
I got a 15.
I would be looking around the room.
I'll give it to you.
Damn,
So I've got 2 people that have.
I rolled a
Made it.
19.
There's 3,
18.
4.
15.
also got
Good
an
job,
18.
Dad.
Good job, guys.
16.
All right. The DC was 15, so if you got a 15 or above, you passed. Congratulations. Tarek, you're the one who gets to do the honors, though. Thorin, or not Thorin, Drackery pretty much noticed it the moment he walked in. You find it, though, by stubbing your toe.
Oh, God. God, fuck, damn it! The fuck is this thing?
It's a trap door leading to another set of stairs going
Do I
down.
notice any traps on it?
Nope, there are no traps. In fact, it's kind of ajar, which is how the Bunbarian decided to stub his toe.
Tormy, I hate you so much right now.
Wait till you read why. You'll love me instead.
I don't know where to read why.
Go ahead and pry it
You'll
open.
see in just a moment.
So, if you lift this trap door, you can actually see that there is a crossbow mounted to the underside, broken and unusable. But you can tell that at one point it was armed and attached to the latch of this door to fire at whoever should open it. You going down the stairs?
Well, of course.
I feel like Tarek would fall down the goddamn stairs, so.
Ow, my head!
Ow, my head.
All right, you go downstairs. And suddenly you're in another smaller hallway. That, as you walk down, just seems to get narrower and narrower. Now, once you're through the hallway, you come upon a room. I see you got it, Touchy. Anyways,
Anything we notice about this room?
Yeah, I'm just about to tell you. I'm just trying to see if I guess I cannot. Okay. Dang. Oh well. Alright, so you enter this room. And as you walk in, there in the back corner, you see a gnome tied up and out cold. You look at
Is
the
he look
map.
injured?
If you look at the map, you can tell that this is the room that you were being led to.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, as Sarah Bean as he looked injured? They
Yeah.
look injured?
You can see streaks of blood down his face, coming from what you could only guess would be a head wound.
Okay. Saravine, you want to take care of this, and I will cut him free.
Yep.
So while she heals him, I'm gonna cut the binds off the chair.
Okay. The bindings fall to the floor.
We all die.
And I am going to give me a second. All right, there it is.
You're good.
Let's cast Healing Word. Or actually, no. I'm gonna do a level 1 Cure Wounds because I can get up to him and touch.
Okay. He heals. And as soon as the ropes hit the floor, he just kind of slumps forward a bit.
Kind of
And
Walk
Having-
over
go ahead.
and been behind just working a couple of ingredients together and just pops the center of this little capsule that he just made, and it smells like fresh ground coffee, and just waves it under his nose.
He wakes with a start and just kind of panics for a moment before looking around, realizing
Give him
there
some
are, 8 people surrounding him.
easy there, friend.
What do you want?
Give him some
Wait.
space.
We got. And what I'm assuming is your note for help.
Yes. Please. I don't know how I got here.
What's your name?
Loka.
What was the last thing you remember?
I was traveling by sea. Just left my home on the Isle of Loomlurch. And then it just went black.
Where were you headed?
I think I was headed to Altessi. We had just gotten a message from one of our friends. He had gotten something in for us. I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Oh, it's okay.
Pulls out a small tin mug, squirts some of his water skin into it, adds the little thing that he broke that smells like coffee, stirs it in with a tiny spoon, and then just hands him the mug. And it might be water, but it tastes like coffee.
He takes it and he's like, "Thank you," as he just sits there and sips on it.
My first question. How are you feeling? Our friend here healed you a bit. Anywhere else that hurts?
No, not particularly.
Well, unfortunately, you found yourself from wherever it was that you were on the ship into Old Tax. Not a place that you wind up on accident.
The mention of the word Ultax. His face just drains of all color. Can't be. We've stayed clear of this place for as long as I can remember.
Well, Someone or something brought you here.
But why?
Well, that's a question now, isn't it? We're here for a particular purpose. You don't seem to know why you're here at all.
Please, you have to help me get out of here.
Well, there's a bit of a problem where that's concerned.
What?
Any who drudge too close to this castle that you just so happen to find yourself in, don't have the ability to leave Old Tax until somebody or something deals with the curse that's put on this place.
Curse?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't. Do you know the source?
Not as of yet.
Haven't laid eyes on it, but I've got my guesses.
Big,
What
big,
guess?
black, and full of armor?
Possibly has a breath that can hit about 60 feet out. Aye,
You thinking that dragon we saw?
if not him as master, if not the master, then something the master carries.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm sorry, did you say dragon?
Yeah.
aye,
There's a dragon and a horde of undead we saw leaving the vicinity of the castle before we entered.
it was heading towards the north.
Oh no. What did this dragon look like?
Black, about 120-foot wingspan.
Scary.
Didn't see it breathe, didn't see it do anything too close up, but it did have some sort of command over the entire horde. So I'd say probably necrotic of some sort.
Let me go ahead and roll me a history check.
It's a 21.
Excellent. As you're describing this dragon, another memory of what it looked like pops into your head. When looking at its wings, and this goes for all of you. When
Horn and
looking at its
skeletal?
wings, they were not skeletal. However, you could see silver vein spanning the entire wing that seemed to glint in the sunlight.
There was a bit of silver veining through its wings. Couldn't quite catch it on the body, but we could certainly catch it on the wing.
And you said this dragon had an army?
Undead. Full horde. We were just about to very foolishly try to fight our way to the keep to try and find a way to end all of this when it took flight and before we had even noticed it. And then the horde just followed it into the distance.
Branham. What's its name?
Branham?
Cranham, yes. I didn't think he actually existed. but the people of my village have a legend of a dragon that matches the description you just gave. Terrorized us for centuries. Until one day he just stopped. And he was never seen again.
Unfortunately, he was seen today. And he moves too fast in the air for any of us to catch up. Without magics that can clear the distances. Not that we'd be any good other than snacks to him at this point.
Doesn't what else does your legend say?
About the dragon?
Yes.
Dragon, this place, what have you.
Legends are usually a
Well,
story.
I mean, supposedly he doesn't have a breath weapon, but he eats magic.
Well, that is certainly useful knowledge, even if it is not entirely true. It is something for us to go off of if we were to face off against this thing.
See a look just cross his face for a brief moment as he then makes eye contact with Sarah V.
Have you heard
And
of
he's
Patmos?
just says, "Thank you for healing me. Your faith will be most needed in the times ahead." And then the look fades. And he just shakes his head a moment and he's like, "Sorry, I blanked there for a minute."
You do that often?
There's things to unpack there. Going back one step, you say he eats magic?
According to the legend, yes.
Does he cast it as well?
I wish I had more information for you, but if my brother were here,
Brother.
my brother Luca, thank you for finding that amusing, Tormy. Yeah, no, my brother Luca, he was the historian on the village tales. Knew them front and back, word for word.
Were you traveling together with your brother?
No, as far as I'm aware, he's still on the island.
So you were traveling alone before it all fades to black.
Yes. Well, there were men on the ship. Running, of course.
Ruin.
None that were with me.
You say something, Tormy?
Crew.
Ah.
Not, that was just me digging a little deeper into something that is both gleeful and worrisome to me. Please go on with... I looked at Thorin. You had been bringing up something very important, and I interrupted it. You go.
No, you're good. It's okay. We're learning knowledge for that could potentially help us. Are there any other minor details of this legend of yours that could potentially be information that we could use?
And you see he closes his eyes and squints as you can tell he's digging through anything he can think of. I'm sorry, I don't remember much. It's all really fuzzy.
Thorin places a hand on his shoulder. It's okay. What you've given us so far has been helpful.
He looks at you and nods his head.
Can you walk?
So, I believe so. And you see he jumps down, a little wobbly at first, but finds his bearings, and he's like,
Easy there.
I think I'm good. Yes.
Well, uh, not sure how far you can get, but at least we can get you out of here.
I'd appreciate that.
I say we take him back to the entrance. Make sure that he's got a clear shot out of the castle.
If that doesn't work, we find an open window or a broken one, and I give him a little bit of feather fall before we get him out the harder way. You won't be hurt. It's still more difficult than a door.
I mean,
Well, it depends on what's by the door at this point. We don't know what's happened since we were in that room.
yeah, the yeet option might be the best option.
He looks back to the little the gnome.
Loka.
Loka, okay. Loka,
Yes?
did you have anything on your person when you were traveling that you can remember that you do not currently have on you now?
You see his hand immediately shoot to his pocket. He rummages around for a brief moment. My amulet. Gone.
What did your amulet look like?
Yeah. It was a ruby about no bigger than a platinum piece, inlaid in a small gold brooch.
Are you a follower of Pathos?
Of who?
Oh no!
Pathos.
Here we go again.
Have you not heard of Pathos? He pulls out a flyer.
He just looks at you for a moment. You see a look of acknowledgement, I guess you could call it, because I can't think of the word right now. Just cross his cross his eyes, and he goes, "No, I'm not a follower per se, but I do know of the Ancient One." But I've not met anyone calls him by that.
Oh?
In my village, he goes by Astara.
Over the table, would she have ever read anything that had that name in her research?
Uh,
Obsessive research.
right. Yes, she would have, but she would also know that he hasn't gone by that name in thousands of years.
A dwarf out of time.
This amulet that
Oh.
you
Seravine's just gonna give him a very curious look.
you're missing, uh, did it have any sort of special ability to it? Any special meaning just to you personally, or is it something you can leave here without, or do you need it?
Well, it's not that I need it. The friend I told you about,
Uh-huh.
it was for him in trade for the item I asked him to procure. But as far
Okay.
as any abilities, the only thing I'm aware it was able to do is act as a portable light spell to illuminate.
He looks back to Junker. You don't happen to have the ability to track something just by hearing a description of it, do you?
I mean, not yet. It's something that I've been looking into, but I don't think I can do that yet. No. Best I can do is check for magic, and well, to be honest, just about everything is a magic around here. Then again, there is one big difference. Is it just clean magic, or is it also cursed?
Again, as far as I know, it's clean magic. I don't think it's a curse.
Well then, it'll be worth the headache. And his eyes flare. And once again, whatever color you assume is the color of magic, that's the flaring color. He starts playing with his loops and starts actually going to search out something that's not curse magic that's in the area.
You see a trail that leads back up into that room. Shoots down the hallway, goes up the stairs, out the trapdoor.
I guess I've got a faint trail. That's better than nothing.
That it is. Can you know how to use a weapon, friend?
Loka just looks at you, kind of grins, and he just goes, I know how to use a weapon, but I also have some tricks up my sleeve.
Oh.
And as he's grinning, you kind of see his eyes flash a little bit.
Lens flare! Lens flare!
Well, as long as you're able to defend yourself. We've got plenty of people here who know how to do what they do. Stick close. Junker, let's follow that trail you've got.
You got it.
Luca just
Pecker.
nods, and as you guys follow this trail, night, buddy. As you guys follow this trail, you're back in the room. Serby, one thing you noticed when you were originally in this room that's kind of caught your eye again is the only unbroken thing in this room that actually looks completely brand new is a small crystal wine goblet sitting on a
I
shelf.
would walk over to it and take a closer look.
You can see a sigil for detoxification is etched into the bottom of the glass.
Do I know that sigil?
You would know what it does, yes.
Okay.
In fact, as you take a closer look at it, it looks as if it was placed here very recently.
All right.
So, taking it with you? You leave
Yes.
it. Okay, so you pick it up, and you've now got a crystal wine goblet that detoxifies all toxins. As you guys follow this trail, Sarah V,
Yes.
in the back of your head, something Locust said to you just keeps crossing your mind. Something you heard quite recently.
In my dream.
Your faith will be very important in the times ahead. And that thought just keeps playing over and over as you guys follow this trail. Soon enough, you guys happen upon another room. And as you walk inside, there the amulet is, sitting on a completely empty table, save for that item, and the rest of the room is completely clear.
That's... Do I smell anything off about this room?
No, not really. You can tell it's recently been used for some sort of purpose. And by recently, I mean whoever was here before you literally left moments before you got there.
Like to the castle itself or to the room?
To the room.
So I know somebody's here.
Yes.
That's knowledge we didn't have before.
What do you do?
We're not alone in this castle. Not by a long shot. Somebody was just here.
I was going to be a smartass and point at our new friend, but that's good to know.
The mention of our new friend. You hear the door behind you slam shut. Standing where Loka was, no longer a gnome, but instead is a 6'5" tiefling. He just kind of smiles at you. Now, Thorin,
Yeah.
once you see his actual form, that smell I was just telling you about
Mm-hmm.
instantly matches the scent coming off of Loka. And he just looks at all of you, smiles, and he says, "Welcome to my castle. Growing ever so bored down in that room. Took you quite a long time to find me." Yes.
I
What?
have to admit that some of your suits of armor were quite entertaining and needed a bit of inspection and understanding. Made me a bit tired. The others were watching me.
He chuckles a little bit. Oh, those were just some early experiments.
Your castle.
Yes.
What
Now,
were you doing downstairs? Tied up? Or was that just a ruse?
I was simply hoping my little gambit would pay off and you would come to find me instead of the other way around.
Thorin is watching him very carefully.
Takes a step just a little bit further away.
He looks at all of you and he says, "Now, if I might inquire, what brings you to my lovely home?"
The curse on this land?
He chuckles again. Ah, yes. My master can tend to be a bit dramatic.
Your master.
Well, yes. This may be my castle, but it's soon to be his world.
And who is your master?
Things in due time. Now, if you would kindly vacate the premise, I would be much obliged. I'll even let you leave Oltax.
Well, we'd like to see Ultex restored to what it was before the plague was brought down upon it.
Well, unfortunately, that is outside my power. But what isn't is assuring that if you don't leave, your deaths will be very, very slow and quite painful.
I'm not quite sure if you truly do understand the people you're talking to. You may think us the same as others that have walked in. Some of us are quite frail, and it would take very little to tip us off. Others are much stronger, and no, don't think that I'm trying to talk us up and make us sound very tough. In fact, I'm one of the weaker ones. But I'd think that somebody who likes their games the way that you do, or at least the way that you sound like you do, you'd like more than the simple way that you're trying to tip us out.
As soon as he turns away from me, I'm gonna stab him in the back.
Yeah, well, he's between you guys and the door.
I'm gonna
So-
go for the fucking. As soon as somebody else does something physical, he's going. I'm gonna run for the fucking gem.
Anyways, he just kind of looks at you. He sighs. Well, you are not wrong. And I would enjoy that very, very much. Unfortunately, my master has taken an interest in one of you. And has forbidden me from harming you unless absolutely necessary. So, here is me.
Interest in one of us.
Oh. Those who follow Istara, he always takes an interest in.
Blinks. Perhaps you should turn to the Blight of Pathos and follow his guidance.
He lets out a deep chuckle. And he goes, perhaps. Perhaps that's why he's doing this. Perhaps that is why he wishes to see everything burn.
He
I need
wishes
a
to destroy that.
deception check from this guy.
What's up?
I need a deception check from him.
Deception or perception?
Deception.
Well, I just had it next to me. Give me a sec. I don't know where my die went.
Your die died.
That's pretty much it. It's shit. Oh. Just- let's see. He's got a +3. 19.
Okay. He failed against me. Just saying.
Okay. What's the deception?
He's.
No, that was my insightful fighting.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
I had a dirty 20, so
Gotcha.
beating him.
And what were you trying to insight from him?
Oh no, it just gives me my sneak attack against him, even if I don't have advantage on the roll.
Ah, okay. Fair
For the
enough.
next minute.
Oh. Joy.
Why would your master want to burn all that the Almighty has created?
He has his reasons.
And he is no follower of Pathos.
Oh. I suppose you could say that. But it is not my place. Question his motives. My job is simply serve. So again, I ask, will you leave peacefully?
I'll leave it up to the others. In the meantime, Picker, do me a favor. Bring out Buckler. I don't think any of us really want any extra damages happening here. And the mechanical pseudo dragon flies up, goes into his backpack, and pulls out the mechanical turtle.
Okay.
I'll reiterate. We want to see the removal of the curses that were placed on these lands. Free these people. Free the lands.
Then by all means, pursue my master. For as I've already said, I'm not the one who placed the curse. I'm only the one who allows others to leave.
So,
Your master happened to be that dragon we saw leaving.
Oh, Cranham? No. He is but simply a pet. So, my master is far from here at the moment.
By the way, friends, everybody gains 12 temporary hit points.
Oh, I think so. I still had them from last time.
I'm getting tired of your mouth, and I stab him in the chest.
Okay, roll damage.
And I run for the gem.
18 damage.
Okay. You stab him in the chest. He looks down and he just sighs. And he goes, "This was one of my favorite suits, and you went and got blood on it."
Stab him with the other short sword. For 8 more damage.
Okay.
To be fair, it's a wonderful shade of asshole on your shirt now.
God damn it.
As you stab him the second time, your blade sinks all the way in. As while you're going to stab him, he walks forward. Smile on his face. How tall is Drackery?
I don't remember. I'll have to look. Hang on. 6'2".
Oh, okay, so you're not much shorter than him. Like I said, he just kind of walks forward into the blade.
And I immediately yank it out the side of his chest.
Okay. His arm falls to the ground. And he just looks at you and he says, Shame. I was really hoping to not have to do this the hard way. But, be it.
Great X is out.
Seraphine's going to do a short prayer and cast Beacon of Hope on her party.
Okay.
What is
So,
that?
for a minute, everyone has advantage on Wisdom saving throws, on Death saving throws, and gets the maximum number of hit points from any healing.
Neat.
And blades out, and he's going to grow 2 feet.
Okay.
Shredding his coat, unfortunately.
I commend it.
There it is. There it is.
As black and silver fur sprouts from his body. And now he's the one towering the tiefling.
Okay.
I don't like you anymore.
Loka just looks at you. Looks at all of you. Me, you're going to be fighting. So it is best you prepare. Cranham will be back soon.
Oh, good. Can you real quick before you disappear and he comes back to fight us? Can you tell me if he casts magic?
Odd time to just be like, hey, I know what you're about to do, but I need this answer first.
Have you not figured out that he has the social cues of a stone?
Right.
I mean, that's still better than Derek, who just wants to smack him with a greatsword or a great axe.
He just looks at you with this incredulous look. A look that just says, really? You're asking this now?
I mean, I asked it not a minute ago, and you were playing a nice little part, and you didn't answer it then, so figured
He just
couldn't
laughs.
possibly hurt.
He laughs and he vanishes in hellfire. You just hear his voice echoing across the room. That he does. It will be so much fun to watch.
I look around at the others and go, this is going to hurt a lot, but this is going to be a lot more funny than he thinks.
As long as I get to bash his damn head in with this axe, I don't give a shit.
He's awfully old.
Oh. Stand by. I think Jeb is switching over. He is, in fact, switching over.
Who's incredibly old?
Tiefling.
Oh,
Yes, very incredibly old.
well, because remember, she hasn't shared the information with the group yet, so.
Saying that in character.
The unfortunate part is now I have to go put Ben to bed.
I was going to say, let's go ahead and take a quick 10, and we'll be right back. That way we can all go do our various things we need to do.
Oh yeah.
Because I just got home, and need to get my computer out and dice set up, so that works.
All right.
Awesome.
We'll see everybody
Oh.
in 10. We live again?
We are back.
Okay. We are back, everybody. And now that Jeb is officially with us, you guys are in this room. And congratulations, you now have a gem that lets you light up the room like a torch, basically. Magical flashlight.
That's useful.
That's really all it was. But when we left off, Loka had just told you that Cranum soon be returning. Since you didn't want to leave, you will eventually have to fight your way past him. You're in this room. What are you doing?
You said there was nothing else in this room, correct?
Nope. However, there is another door besides the one you came in.
Well, let's go look.
The
Drag
door?
Crew. Yeah, Drag Crew. You want to inspect that door over there, bud?
Do I need to?
If you want to, you can, or you can use your passive. It's up to you. I don't care.
I mean, with a 23 passive, what am I going to roll? A 27?
No, you've rolled higher. I've seen you roll higher before. Anyways. Yeah, no. It's just a simple wooden door.
Locked or anything?
Nope. In fact, you can see it's open a little bit. Like it's
Unlocked
cracked.
doors are suspicious.
I'm gonna take the tip of my short sword and push the door in.
It creaks open.
Philly whispers as the door's creaking open, casting minor illusion so that a green ghost in the form of the being that just left
Does
walks
anything
out the door.
happen?
Okay. Now,
That's
once you see that, you see the ghost. As far as you can tell, a spirit just walked that direction. Are you going to follow?
Lori's just gonna be shaking her head furiously, like, no, 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 nope, 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 nope.
Is there what
Mm-hmm.
do I smell coming down that hallway?
That same sweet magical scent that you smelled earlier.
Edgar's going to pull his bowler a little bit further down, pull out a bit of broken pipe where the top is just missing. I'm going to place one of the bags of rocks in the cradle there and just kind of step forward behind the group with his little screwdriver. Like that's going to save him.
Thorin picks up the remnants of his cloak and hands him, or his coat and hands him to Junker. And still in his just under 8-foot werewolf form. Well, let's get moving.
Takes
Before
the
we
pieces,
go,
puts them in his bag.
Philly walks up to Thorin, lays his hand or puts a hand on his elbow, and says, "Knowing you, you'll need this. and he casts protection from evil and good on him. Until the spell ends, Thorin is protected against certain types of creatures, including aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants him several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against him. The target, Thorin also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them if, well, the last part is if he's already charmed, frightened, or possessed. So
Looks down at Philly. Thanks.
We're
Now,
not going in the creepy hallway, are we?
Oh, yes, we are.
Groans and like despair.
Right. So
As you guys
Thorin's gonna push the lead.
walk down the hallway, you come upon a break in the corridor that goes forward, left, and then right. Which direction are you taking?
Which
No
direction does
answer.
that sweet magical scent come from?
It's coming from all three.
well, I suggest we cover all three.
We are not splitting the party. Don't be an idiot.
If we do, I call being with a giant werewolf.
Well, let's cross them off one by one then.
Right, center, left.
Yep.
Which direction are you going first?
Right.
Turn down the right. As you walk down this corridor a little further, you see 3 doors. One on your left, 2 on your right.
Any sounds coming from beyond the doors?
First door on the right that you come upon, you can hear screams as if someone's being tortured.
That's not a sound you want to hear every day.
Well, let's fix things here. Get the
Mhm.
fuck out of here before the end of the day. Then you don't have to hear it every day.
Thorin kicks the door in.
What the fuck? No!
Oh, thank you for that.
I take back my statement. I don't want to be with the werewolf.
Give me a sec.
I
I got
do.
everything closed out what I needed.
Not this one. This one's insane.
Gonna take a second to just put a couple more loads of rocks in the tube that is just half a crescent of jagged metal.
All right. I
It'll
need
be okay.
everybody. Well, hold on. What is Junker? Like, his race?
He's the what did we call it? My brain just stopped.
We'veborn?
Thank you. That.
Right, okay. I need everybody to make me a DC 13 con save.
Is it physical or magical?
I go with magical.
I got a 9. My bad.
19.
14.
Whale shit.
Actually, if it's I'm. Here's the thing. It's magical, and it includes me in it. I'm just going to reaction counterspell.
Fair. I mean, okay.
Feely got a nat 1.
Well,
Well, if Junker's counterspelling it, that might get rid of the saves from everybody.
If it's an AOE, that's how it works.
Yeah, it is. So let me give the description.
Yep.
As Thorin kicks in this door, a horrifyingly pale white face looks at you guys and then lets out a wail.
Oh, I'm really happy I did this.
That's what we call a
I
nope.
bet you are. You all are staring at a banshee, and where normally its wail is horrifying enough to kill you instantly, thanks to Junker's quick thinking, you're all good.
A flare, his hair goes straight out under the bowler hat and it just slightly rises and then calms back down.
Oh, okay, Curly.
Cool. I'm how far from us is this thing?
It is
Like right in front of us?
standing at the back of the room, which is
Oh.
maybe 6 feet from you.
I'm going to take. Let's see here.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh yeah.
oh, I am going actually to cast silence on it.
That's amazing.
Oh. Oh. And as she does, Thorin steps into the room. That wasn't very very nice there. And I'm gonna obliterate this bitch.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna obliterate this bitch, or at least attempt to. I'm gonna hit her.
Okay.
Y'all
And
just
I
really want to die.
what are you worried about? It's a banshee and I've got protection from good and evil on me.
I
What's
just
it gonna
silenced her so
do?
she can't wail.
What's she gonna do? Smack me with her floating hand? I highly doubt it. I take off the coat. I forgot to do
Okay.
that.
So, what did you roll?
All right. 19 on that one. And a 19 on the second one.
Okay. Give me damage.
Oh, and because of what this is, and because of what I am, do that. And add this little funny fucker to it. I like that. I like that and that. So 24 points of damage.
Okay. Is anybody else in the room with him?
No.
I think I'm at the door outside of it.
Cody says Tarek is.
I will need you and
In the
Derek.
Bunbarian.
Bunbarian.
Yeah, the Bunbarian. I will need you and Tarek to roll initiative then.
Oh, okay. I gotta get 2 dice because I get advantage on this.
Laura's just gonna be in the hallway shaking her head like,
Okay.
again.
It's a
He's gonna get himself
24.
killed.
Do you say that out loud?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Just keeping that in mind for a moment.
Him, meaning her husband, is trying to get himself killed.
Oh, okay.
You
So
know,
I got
the stupid bunny she's married to.
a 24. Tarek got a 17.
Okay. So it'll go you, the Banshee, Tarek.
Okay. Um, I'll hit her again 2 more times. I need to check one thing really quick, Ty.
Okay.
Oh no, that's good. That's not gonna require anything. Okay, so you said when we entered the room, she was originally 6 feet from us. Is she up against the wall, or is
Pretty
she
much.
out? Okay, perfect. I'm gonna move to one side of her, opening up
Okay.
the other side for Tarek, and then I'm gonna smack her with my short sword and my rapier.
Okay.
Okay, so the short sword is a nat 20, and the rapier is a 19. Again.
Okay.
So, and because I hit her, I'm going to use something that I don't normally use. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can mark the target as your favorite enemy for 1 minute, or until you lose concentration, as if you were concentrating on a spell. The first time on each of your turns that you hit the favorite enemy and deal damage to it, including when you mark it, you can increase that damage by 1d4. So I hit her first with the short sword, which was the nat 20, and I mark her as my favorite foe, meaning that I do 15 plus roll. Jesus Christ, my d4 just dropped on the floor.
Oh, that's the worst.
So that is
Hang on, guys.
you're good.
Stream is down.
20. Oh, Tormy is down.
No, the stream.
Oh, the stream. Okay.
Yep, I'm dead.
Poor network connection detected. What the hell? Okay, it seems to have came back.
Okay. So the crit with the short sword and the extra damage from favored foe is 23 points of damage.
Okay.
And the rapier hit is 12 points.
So, what was the first one?
23 and then 12, so 35 points of damage.
As you wipe the Banshee's form just kind of disappears, leaving nothing but the cloth that she was wearing on the floor.
Gives a bit of a huff. Been a little while since I've taken on a banshee. Not that scary once you get past the whale.
You just had to do all the work, didn't you?
I can't help it that for a bunny you're slow.
Well, maybe you should slow the hell down.
This is what
All
I
right.
do for a living. As he exits the room. Anybody want to go in there and look around?
I better take a look around.
Tarek follows him out. Alright, I'm gonna restart this stream. Hang on. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, Philly walks in.
Hang on.
Takes a look around.
Hang on. For one, you sound like a damn robot. For two, I'm restarting the stream.
I cannot wait to unleash the baby bazooka.
The baby.
Yep.
You will see. And the scary
What do you
part
think
is,
he's
it's
been loading those
completely
stones in
rules
that
as
pipe
written.
for?
What?
Is that what our surprise is? Is the baby bazooka?
No. Those will come here in a minute.
No, I said, why do you think he's been loading those stones into that pipe?
Cause he's weird.
Because he's gonna launch them out of it at some point.
Okay, the stream is back up.
Okay.
Let's hope it's
So
stabilized.
Philly walks into the room and takes a look around.
And so you and Dry Cree are both looking around in there.
What do we see? Oh,
As
powerful one.
as you walk into the room, you see the cloth the banshee was wearing on the ground. But other than that, it looks like just a stone 7x7 box. However, Drackery, with your 23 passive investigation, as you're looking around, you see a spot on the back wall where one of the bricks looks like it's either removable or can be pushed.
Alright. I'll pull out a dagger and try and pull it out of the wall.
I think the stream is a lost cause at the moment.
Oh, joy. Oh well.
Conveniently, I have also been recording, so not all is
Here we
lost. This was a problem last time I streamed, so backup plan.
Gotcha. As you try to pull out this brick with your dagger, you can tell it's not giving.
Well, then Philly will just walk over and grab
Shit.
it with his hands and pull it out.
It doesn't give for you either.
Push it in.
Yep, we push it in.
As you do that, you hear an audible click, and then what sounds like gears starting to turn as stone is rubs against stone.
Philly looks to. How do you pronounce his name again?
Drackery?
Drackery. Philly looks to Drackery. Well, I think that did something.
Yeah. It was either gonna come out or go in. Since it didn't come out, it goes in.
Secret tunnel.
There was no need for you to come help.
Well, I did anyway. Figured you could use a hand.
As the sound of stone rubbing against stone seems to get louder, you suddenly see the wall to your left. Sorry, not your left, your right. starts moving inward as bars slide down from the top of the door frame, trapping you inside.
Go check the new opening.
Well, no, it's not an opening. It's literally the trash compactor scene from Star Wars. The wall is moving in on you.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah. But you're now trapped in the room, so.
Hearing the stone sound, we can tell the door is barred off now, right?
Yes. It is visibly barred off.
Philly is going to turn to the door with the bars, and he is going to cast Shatter on the bars.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Push it again.
Pull it out! Pull it
Push.
out!
Go push the stone brick in. Pull it out. Anything happen?
Hear the click again. This time, well, let's do this one at a time. So, when you pushed it in, you hear it click one more time. And the grinding sound just picks up pace. Then, when you pull it out, you hear a third click. This time, bars in front of the door rise up. And the wall that was moving recedes back into place. And the back wall kinda, each brick starts to fold in on itself as a new doorway is created.
Sort of like
Yep, pretty much.
You two okay
So
in there?
You said the door, the bars lift back up.
Yes.
Hey, found a new secret doorway, and Philly walks up to it.
Okay. As you walk up to it, it's got this kind of shimmer to it in the air, as if it's like a curtain. And you can see through it into what looks to be a library.
Oh, more books. Philly looks back to Sarah Bean. Hey, Sev, more books. Looks like a library. And he walks in.
She's going to follow behind into the library.
Okay. Anybody else going?
I'm gonna pick up the Banshee Veil as I follow in with him.
And Nari's gonna head into the library too.
Yeah.
Lori will follow very reluctantly.
Meh. Books.
Keep
As
the party
you all
together for
walk
now.
through, Sarah V, this library looks very familiar to you.
I'm going to start taking a close look around.
As you're wandering, looking at the shelves and the books, a couple of them catch your eye as books you've read. When all of a sudden, you hear behind you, "Cleric, you get back."
No.
She's gonna turn to see who's talking to her.
Standing before you is the hooded figure you've met with on many an occasion.
How are you here?
You're in the library.
But I was in Altax.
No. You were back in Silvaria. And as you all look and turn around, doorway you just came through is gone.
Glad I went through now.
That's
Same.
disconcerting.
Simultaneously, yay and damn it.
Well, we got out of Altax.
The hooded figure then looks to your party and he says, "Oh, you've all returned.
We lost Serby.
How did you get here?"
We were in Altax in a castle, and we were trying to find a way to lift the curse. We came across a banshee, and we were able to eliminate that threat and find a doorway, and we came through the doorway and ended here.
You see his eyes flash for a moment with a pensive look.
Wave around the banshee veil as proof of her words.
He nods, and he looks to all of you and he says, "I see. I believe I know what happened. As you may
Please.
know, library, magical place. Been here for many a year. Occasionally, secret doorways link to it, and one may find themselves wandering its shelves. I believe that is what happened to you."
Well,
The master of the castle, he knew the Lord Pathos, but he knew him as Astara.
His eyes just kind of widen. I was unaware there was a being alive who would know that name that did not belong to our order.
I wonder if he was alive.
Well, him and his master do seem to refer to him as that. And since we're back in the library, there's no need for this any longer, and he shifts back down to his normal humanoid form.
different point. If you happen to have a map for those tunnels and where they come from, you may want to mark one down for where we just came from, considering how concerning that place is.
You're right.
The question is, how do we get back without traveling all the way?
I mean, one of us has talked to Pathos in great lengths. Could ask him for assistance in this matter.
He's gonna look back at the hooded figure.
And
Those people are
his
trapped.
eyes, he's got a questioning look as to what the Bunbarian could possibly mean.
Damn it! I left my land boat.
We can get it later.
build a new one.
That thing was expensive.
You can look back at the hooded figure. Those people are trapped under that curse. There has to be a way to free them. And the spirit of the land is trapped as well. She was cursed. We were able to help her, but we have to heal the land.
You mean to say met a dryad?
I do.
Hey,
Yeah.
pulls out the leaves to prove it. She gave these willingly after we freed her.
Do you just keep things to prove that you've done something?
It comes in handy for that, but no. I keep things so that I can use them later in better crafts. And usually, they're better given than taken.
Okay.
Well,
He's trying to destroy the dryad.
He's trying to
according-
destroy the world.
Yeah.
well. And I suppose your faith in our Lord will come quite in handy moving forward.
Other point to bring up, there was a dragon. Somebody else was paying attention to his name. That dragon was headed straight north and had an entire
Horde.
just horde of undead following it.
I see. That is quite troublesome.
Hey. Though the way that we pissed off the one that was the lord of that manor, when he poofed and left, he said that the dragon was headed back to him. So we may have just exchanged directions.
Perhaps.
I see.
We can hope.
Well, I suppose either way it is a good thing you have returned. Come,
Quite,
follow me. We have some things for you.
very well.
And he leads you to what essentially is a conference room. He gestures to each of you. Please, have a seat.
Takes a seat.
Like
Philly
once,
sits down.
like once before, he kind of just squints at him for a second, gauges him, and then takes a seat.
After you've all sat, about 5 minutes go by. In walks the master. Welcome back to all of you. Excellent job, from what I've heard. We now have more information to go on and can easily formulate a plan. As promised, and in walks an attendant and hands each of you a pouch with 500 golden. The rest of your payment, as promised. However, in light of certain circumstances, we're going to have to ask you go on another journey.
Oh.
Yes, it appears one of our brethren, you could call him, ran into some trouble in Altesti.
So,
We would
Corn-
like you to go and see if the order can be of any assistance. You will be paid in advance this time, in case another unfortunate circumstance should happen and you should not be able to leave. And in walks another attendant, this time pushing a cart. And here's where your surprise comes in, everybody.
Dun, 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 dun.
On this cart are several items. Now, each one of these items is tailored to you. Tormi, Fenris, I'll let you take it away as they are your creations.
Bring out the list.
I've got it up. Okay, so on the cart, there are several different items of shape, each one calling out to the characters individually. Since he's not here, I can't start with Riot. Lori,
Yeah.
there is a necklace on the cart fashioned of various fangs of different beasts that calls to you. Philly, you see a colorful fedora that has a long feather in its band that seems to be pulling in your direction.
What color is it?
Starts out black.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just my color.
Inari, there is, hang on, let me do something really quick because I added just a wee bit more to some of this. Pull up this really quickly. Come on, Net, stop being silly. Let's do this. Okay. Where is this? I had actual descriptions when I made the stuff, so. Come on. Forgive me, my net is being slow. Okay, so Inari, you see a golden bangle lined with fancy jewels and decorations that pulls in your direction. Upon the center of its band sits a picture of a theater mask. The mask has a large, almost comic smile and is as if it is laughing heavily, while its only other feature, the eyes, look to hold a sense of terror.
Fantastic. This is 100% me.
Okay, now let me do something else real quick. Like I said,
Philly's fedora is definitely a good one.
I'm intrigued about the necklace, but I'll ask questions later.
Hold on. Let me where are my stuff at? It's I need L. It's this one here. Yeah. I forget what I'm doing.
Believe you were on Tarek next.
No, I'm saving him.
Oh,
Ah.
oh no.
So we're down to Drakari.
Yes.
Who isn't
So
here?
for him,
We can still share what they got and inform them
I know.
after.
So for Drakari, or directory, a pair of adjustable lenses sat within a housing, housing of in the shape of goggles, pulls to him. There is Junker, and I did something for Junker Tormy, so hold on one sec.
Thank you.
Junker, you see a coat of light and dark browns all patchwork together in a chaotic but purposeful design that actually doesn't look all that bad together.
Thank you.
Thorin sees a set of chains set upon the table that seem to call to him. And for our man Tarek, let me pull this up because
The smile's what gets me. It's the smile.
Oh, it's funny. I thought it was
It's-
a grand idea.
Tarek, you see a simple lucky rabbit's foot that calls to you.
I had a feeling it was gonna be a rabbit's foot.
I hate all of you.
Ah, you love us.
Now, as you guys get these items off the cart, they are made and specifically named for each of your characters. Your character name will be in front of the item name.
So you can search it in D&D Beyond's
exactly.
inventory.
Exactly.
And you can see exactly what you get at the levels that are
Each of these
required for the
items-
advancement.
Each of these items will grow with your character, which is what the questions I asked were for. And with Tormy's massive amounts of help, we put these together, and Tyler enjoyed them enough that we actually were able to put them together and give them to you guys.
What kinds of fangs? That was gonna be my question. It just says various, but
Various different fangs of beasts. Different beast fangs. So
You can
there
choose.
yeah.
All right. You can go back to Riots because I am currently sitting next to Austin and he will hear you.
Okay, cool. I will bring that up. Let me So for Riot sees a let me actually pull up the actual item because like I said, I did do a lot of more describing in the actual stuff rather than in just the notes. Right. There it is. There is a gilded horn cap of golds and bronze that looks like it would fit and fashion perfectly over his missing horn.
Ooh.
aww.
And for a better note, later on, over the table, when and if Riot gets his horn back or a horn to put in place of the stub, the cap forms itself into a thin crown around the two horns.
Aww. He's gonna become the demon of hell of righteousness.
I might have taken a bit of inspiration from Hellboy.
I could definitely tell. I love it.
All right.
Oh, wait till you see what it does. You'll love it more.
And Cody, to answer your question, the reason I did that is because they're specific items for your characters, and it keeps other people from using them in other games. So it requires an attunement by your character.
I'm pretty sure he was commenting on is saying by a Tarek, by a Phileas.
Because well, basically what it does is when you hit requires attunement on an item, it auto fills in requires attunement by A, and then
yes.
So, because usually it's like by a short rest or a long rest or whatever. So, I couldn't get rid of the A, so it is by a Tarek or by a Philly. But
Technically, if I
And-
create a character and name it Tarek, I can take it too.
And
It's a
Cody?
It's a terrible name.
Go home.
Cody, the level 20 is the reason for Bunbarian.
yeah, pull up your item and look at level 20, and you'll see why we did what we did.
So
You gotta
I could,
screenshot it. You gotta screenshot it and put it in there.
so I could technically get a companion creature right now.
You're a Beastmaster. You should be level 4, so you should already have your subclass, so you should already be able to get a companion creature.
This just makes it a little more wide for you instead of
And-
very specific.
Yeah,
Hang on.
you could have an army of fucking rabbits if you wanted.
Little children.
We can have that anyway.
We are bunnies.
And
Like I said earlier,
Not till level 20.
All right.
so
Well.
once everybody gets a chance to look at their items. I do need to. I did. Need to put that in there.
And because of that, I need to put... Oh, I don't need to. Excellent. I didn't notice that you made the duster a container. Thank you. That makes things a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. Now that, the items are distributed, the master looks at all of you. And then finally, to Sarah V. Well, do you accept our request?
What exactly are we looking for?
You'll know him when you see him as a very serious elf. He runs a magic shop. Various magical items and things like that. Goes by the name of Caro or something.
Very well.
Ervine's gonna kind of look up. I've seen the shop.
Do I?
I've seen the shop.
Oh. You have?
Alpessi?
Yes.
I've not met the owner, but I've seen the shop.
That should make it a little easier for you. If you accept, you can depart now. You have a magic circle waiting for you.
I accept. I'll not speak for the others. I'll let them make the decision themselves.
Well, We started this thing. Might as well keep going.
I agree.
I got nothing better to do.
You lot are very likely to break a bunch of shite, and, well, I told you at the beginning, I'm here to fix things.
I mean, yeah, that's an accurate point, considering who you're traveling.
As he sticks a screwdriver, or as he folds a screwdriver and comes out with a sewing kit. Puts it down and starts sewing some bits of leather back together.
I don't like that.
He turns and looks at Philly and then to Inari. If spoken, what of you two?
Well, I have business there, so I'll be going.
Very well. And you, Bard?
I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. What was the question?
What decision are you making?
Decision about what?
Whether to go or stay.
To go to Altessi?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He points to Saravine. I go where she goes.
Is there anything that we need to keep in mind when we go to meet with this Caro?
Looks at you and says, well, be wary. My understanding is he's a very powerful sorcerer. And considering who his father is, that doesn't really surprise me.
Father?
Yes, I believe you've met him. That's
God damn it, Tormy.
incorrigible.
From replying to my questions.
God damn it.
Wow.
Like how I cut him off, too.
Oy.
Oh, welcome to the Discord, everybody.
Yep, pretty much. Anyways, he looks at you, his father is the, Stormborn's resident prankster.
Don't think over the table. I don't think this party's met Alar.
I have several times.
Well, yes, you have.
Yes, Inari has met him several times.
He sent me a magical bottle of alcohol. What's not to like?
Right? A magical, never-ending bottle of alcohol.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
If you have means of transportation that we don't have to spend months on a road or weeks on the road, that'd be preferable. So,
As I said, we have a transportation circle waiting.
All right. Then I suppose we should be off.
Right this way.
I have a
And-
feeling I'm not going to like this thing.
And he leads you out of the conference room, deep into the library, far deeper than you've ever been, Saravine. And the farther in you go, the older the books start to look. The thicker they get. As if to say, the amount of information they contain is growing the farther back you go. Soon you get to the very center of the library. You see a raised dais inscribed with a magic circle. The master stops in front of it. He looks at each of you and he says, "Please, step on."
Ravine steps on. Pulling
Once
her cloak.
Once all of you are on the dais, he looks at you and he says, "Again, thank you for what you're doing. May Pathos smile upon your journey and keep you safe.
Air
May
actions,
your
please.
faith- May your faith guide you in the times to come." He bows to you, and after you give your exchange, Saravine, the magic circle lights up a bit, and then boom. You all find yourself outside the gates of Altessi. Sun is starting to set. So I suggest you decide if you're staying in an inn or what you're doing.
Well,
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
did we find an inn for the night? I don't mind sleeping out under the stars.
I'd like to
Billy
sleep
pipes.
somewhere that isn't cursed.
Billy
Well,
pipes up. There's a really good inn called the Heartleaf.
Well,
Stayed there before. Actually, you guys, we can probably stay on my dime because I'm just gonna charge it to the Duke. Don't ask me which one.
Okay, I like that.
I mean, I'm all for free lodging and food and drink.
let's
well,
hope there's a lot of drink. I could use it after that stint we just had.
I know you said not to ask, but if you get enough alcohol in me, I'm gonna ask. Because I want to tell him thanks.
Well, let's get there and see what the bill is, and then I'll figure out which Duke to charge it to.
I like how you think, Inari.
So either Fenris or Aethon are about to spend a whole hell of a lot of money.
No.
Nope.
No. Nope. It's either Aeson or her dad.
It's either Nari's
Yup.
father, Aeson, or technically, she could even go and have Darian pay for it.
Yeah.
Either way, that would still come out of Aeson's account.
What?
God damn it! I'm just fuck, and fuck.
Being a wedding woman, you can't be spending money.
It's just gonna be a surprise bill for someone.
God damn it. Regret.
No.
Regret.
All right,
Okay.
then, Inari, lead the way.
So as you guys start walking towards the Heartleaf Inn, there is a figure standing off to the side in front of the gate. Saravine, he locks eyes with you. And you get the feeling you should probably go and talk to him.
Saravine's gonna kind of stare for a split second and then look to the others and say, "I'll be with you in a minute," and then head over.
Billy eyeballs the exchange closely.
As you reach him, you see a 5'8", olive-skinned, golden brown-haired human male. He just kind of smiles as you approach. Nods his head a bit, and he says, "Hello, Claire. How good of you to be here."
He's gonna nod her head in greeting.
So tell me, I have a question. Have you been having any strange dreams lately?
I have.
Well,
Apparently, I've been called to faith.
as he says this next sentence, he bends down to where his mouth is level with your ear, and he whispers, "Oh, come now, you don't recognize me."
My lord.
And as he stands back up, he just kind of smiles, and you see the playfulness in his eyes. Your faith will be tested. I rather like you. Please do show that I'm right to place my faith in you. But remember, things are in motion that shouldn't be.
So it would seem from what we saw in Altex.
This world may yet be facing its end. There are parties at play here that are quite dangerous. And safety be upon you, my child.
I'll continue to follow your guidance.
And he reaches out, pats you on the shoulder. You get a vision of possible things to come, but none of them stand out to you more than seeing the world in flames. As deities do battle, towns are destroyed. Entire islands sink beneath the waves. Above it all, raven black clad figure standing on the back of a massive black dragon with silvery veins running through his wings. And a silver line running down his underbelly. When the vision ends, figure is no longer in front of you.
So does Philly, who was watching their conversation closely, just see him just blip?
Pretty much. It's literally you blink, and then as fast as you blink, when your eyes open again, he's gone.
Junker hands Thorin his coat back, fully mended. Even though he was sewing, there's not a single weird seam on it.
Thanks, bud. Did
But Sarving's gonna kind of go back to the group. Brows furrowed. Frowning.
did anyone happen to grab my hat?
Magically appears on your head.
And magically, secretly, Philly casts minor illusion to make it look pink, like a bright bubblegum pink.
Favorite thing to do to werewolves.
The chaos.
So, as
That's
Sarving gets to the group, she's gonna kind of somewhat describe the vision, especially like the vision of the figure and the dragon and the battle between the deities, and say, this is similar to the dream that I had a couple of nights ago. And partially, I believe, why I keep hearing how much my faith will come into play.
well, at this point, I think it's a matter of everyone's faith. I need to-
At the mention of the contents of the vision, Philly gets very, very quiet and just kind of steps back into the background.
I think at some point, if once we finish this task, if we're not immediately given another one, we should take a trip somewhere.
Oh,
If what you saw is possibly what is to come, then there are a few people who may have some insight. And I know of a few people who know where those couple of people are.
well, now be vigilant.
I like the thinking, especially since old knowledge tends to help spur new knowledge. Let's keep that in our minds.
That tiefling who deceived us. He refers to Pathos by a name that hasn't been used in thousands of years, and very few even know of its existence. That and the fact that the castle had the connection to the library is worrisome.
I think in that instance, it's less of the castle having a connection to the library and more of the library sensing that we needed a way out.
What? No.
Perhaps.
Because the dragon you just described from your vision you just had sounds like the exact same dragon that was described to us in the castle. And if that's the case, we would have not been very well off facing that thing.
All the same, we're dealing with ancient knowledge, and this will go much deeper than I think any of us expected it to.
It's like we'll be taking a trip home much sooner than I wanted.
No.
From my
Perhaps your
perspective,
fairy
I'd
won't
like to
be
put.
too angry.
From my perspective, I'd like to put something out there for you. You don't fix a wagon all at once. You fix it one rivet at a time. Let's fix the wagon.
Let's fix the world.
For now, let's get a drink.
That's the first rivet.
A free drink at that.
Meantime, while we're drinking, if you don't want to do it the slightly harder way, I can take a few rounds while staring intently at our shite and find out what it all does for us.
I'm not really sure I want to wear a rabbit's foot unless I really know what it does.
I'll be happy to do it if you keep bringing me the drinks.
So I can do that. Well, until I pass out drunk, obviously.
We'll start on yours first.
All right, Inari, lead the way.
Time to start rolling con saves, everyone.
Yeah, if you're drinking as much as you say you're going to, yes, there will be con saves involved.
I like my con saves.
Who's to say I haven't been drinking this entire time?
She's got her bottle.
And I've been
Fair.
standing in the back the entire time.
Fair point.
I mean, Inari's always been more of a functioning drunk from what I've seen, so...
Ouch.
Play to your strengths.
Agreed.
Yeah. So.
All right, well, you guys make it to the inn, get settled in, and, start spending time not having to worry about constant death around every corner.
And start spending the Duke's money.
Which one we still don't know.
It's gonna be a surprise.
It's gonna depend on how much they drink and eat.
How long they stay in the city.
Oh, I'm gonna be bankrupt by the end of this. I can feel it. Well, there goes all of Alanar's tax money. Sorry, everybody.
It's coming back to you. Eventually, you're gonna have people coming into Alinar from Aldesi.
Eventually.
Right? And we just had a trade agreement. It'll be great.
That's good.
Is it even a surprise at this point?
Anyway,
I mean,
as you guys spend your time together, it gets into, the wee hours of the night. Eventually, it's just you guys and maybe one or two other patrons. And then eventually, you all go off to bed. That's where we're going to end it tonight. Great game, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the lore dump.
I certainly did.
Lots
Yes.
of lore dump.
Very much so.
Don't kill the dryad.
Well, Tyler, if you'd like to sign us off.
Right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching our lovely little dysfunctional family enjoy some game time. If you want to join in on the RP and on the fun, feel free to join our Discord. We're always looking for new players. We're happy to teach. But with that, we're signing off. May the dice be ever in your favor. Bye.
We're out.